When people think college students, they often imagine unmarried high school graduates in their late teens or early 20s attending classes full time on campus. While this has been an accurate portrait in the past, times are changing. The reality is quite different now, and changes are imminent. As we've discussed in previous modules, there will be fewer high school students graduating in the coming years. In order for higher education to prosper, we will need to make changes and seek out new populations of students. So, what are some of the student populations important to the future of higher education? One area for higher education to focus recruiting efforts on is adult learners. Adult learners, or college students aged 25 and older, are typically referred to as non-traditional students. Unlike traditional students, many of whom can devote themselves to their classes full time, adults tend to be juggling family and work responsibilities along with their studies. This population of students has a need for flexibility, which has sparked many colleges to roll out alternative delivery systems such as online learning and competency-based programs. Competency-based programs typically involve students studying at their own pace. Once students reach the established level of competency, they move on, often working their way through the curriculum faster than a student learning the subject matter in a more traditional way. This method helps reach the adult student population that can't spend hours on campus at a time.
Dual enrollment. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, the number of dually enrolled high school students has increased more than 80% since 2013. A significant portion of college enrollment comes from dually enrolled students. This is an avenue that admissions officers can continue to tap when searching for ways to address declining enrollments. Many students are arriving at the University of West Georgia having already earned credit for many core classes. This poses a challenge to higher education administrators by creating many vacant seats in core classes and excess core class faculty. Higher education administrators must take action by right-sizing course offerings and aligning faculty with class demands. Diversity. The student demographic on college campuses is quickly becoming more ethnically diverse, more female, and more financially challenged. Successful campuses will take action by aligning resources with the campus population to help students succeed and identify ways to make college more affordable. If campuses don't take a proactive approach, we can expect to see more campus mergers and even closures in the coming years. Gen Z. Gen Z is the first generation of truly digital natives, only ever knowing a world where phones are smart. In fact, the average teenager consumes 9 hours of media per day. In his TED Talk about Gen Z students, Justin Schaefer admits that kids are probably in your classroom on social media anyway, so it's best to meet them where they are and teach them that way. He also notes that millennials are the most qualified to understand Gen Z students, so we should be prepared to rely on them in the workplace to help us connect with these students. In order to connect with Generation Z students, higher ed administrators should be prepared to fully embrace online or hybrid learning models and identify relevant ways to utilize technology in the classroom and on assignments.
These are just a few of the student populations important to the future of higher education. Institutions must adapt to these changes in order to stay relevant for the future.